So today I wanted to talk about running. I think I run a pretty good amount. I try to run 3 miles a day, and to some that might seem like a lot, but I know other people who are like running 5 miles, 7 miles a day, and I'm like blown away by the amount that they run. They've been in marathons, ultra marathons, but getting back to the point, I really wanted to talk about running shoes and telling a good running shoe apart from a bad running shoe. For the longest time, I've ran in bad running shoes, which mean they necessarily didn't fit me well, or the quality wasn't that great for the amount that I was running, or how would you put it? There was just something off with the shoe. But it wasn't until a few years ago where, I invested in a really great pair of running shoes. I had a pair of New Balance. I believe I spent like around $140 on them. Maybe, yeah, somewhere around that. It was a great stability shoe. It let me run for long distances. I was running on average 7 to 14 miles a day while training for a marathon. But I recently got from my friend a pair of Nike. So these are the Nike Turbo Pegasus. Well, it says right here Pegasus 35 Turbos. And honestly, let's get a good shot of that right there. And there too. Honestly, these are some of the best running shoes that have had. They, they feel really comfy. I'm able to go for a really long period of time, and overall, they are one of the best running shoes that I've ever owned, I've ever had. They're comfortable, but there is a couple of different drawbacks to wearing them. One of them is for me, I have a little bit of a wider foot. These accommodate for me, I think, pretty well. I'm a 9.5 2E, which means my foot is just a little bit wider. I know that's not that wide compared to some other people who have like a 4E or an even wider foot than that. But to me, Nikes have always been very narrow, but this one fits, honestly, it fits like a glove. But on like, if you're going for a specific style, these seem like they could go from like, literally, if you were to bring a pair of shoes on vacation and you wanted some nice pictures along with you wanted to exercise later, I would say that these are some of the best shoes to mix with the two. They are a little bit on a higher price point. I've seen them from 140 to 180, I believe. As I mentioned, these were a gift. They were it was an insanely nice gift, but overall, it's a really great shoe. I've had some other Nikes before that haven't worked out as well. As I mentioned before, they're a little bit narrow compared to what I usually wear. But I think that's like these shoes themselves. It's also a really nice colorway. So this one is like the blue and white with the white stripe down the middle. Nike Zoom X on the side. Really comfortable, really airy shoe. So I actually wanted to talk about that. When I'm running, this shoe, it seems like the air just passes like right through it to cool down my feet, and I actually really like that about this shoe. I've ran a couple of, I've done a couple of runs with them. So I've done maybe 5 or 6 runs with them, and throughout my whole run, it's been really comfortable. It's been really airy, and I haven't had really too many issues with them. I've ran with these in 90-degree weather, so and it's kept my feet pretty cool. So overall, I have to say these are one of the best running shoes that I've ever owned, and I have to say it also looks really great. If you're trying to also go for like a more casual look to going out running later, or if you're trying to pack for a vacation and know you want to work out later, I think this is a great shoe to do that with. But I have to say, I have to thank my friend for letting me have these. Insanely nice gift, and I have to say, it's like one of the best running shoes that I've ever had. But that doesn't mean that like there aren't other running shoes that are just as great. I know that there's always Brooks, there's always Adidas, and I'll probably make an Adidas Ultra Boost running video later because that's it, they claim it's a running shoe. So we'll have to see about that. But for now, I have to say that these are really great. Probably the next running shoe I will buy is going to be a Nike shoe. Probably this one again when I get over a certain amount of miles in it. But overall, 10 out of 10. And if you do like this video, like and subscribe if anything. If you love this video, subscribe. If not, just give it a like. Doesn't matter to me. Just making these more for fun, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents in on these shoes, how they look on the body, and some information about how much miles I do, how comfortable the ride is, and I have to say that, yeah, just a really great shoe. Okay.